let's jump into it then. Tila versus Cerebral. Don't know much about Cerebral, to be honest. But it's cool that he signed up for sure, but probably, yeah, like, let's just move past this for sure. Because Tila is going to make it far potentially, so we're going to struggle in that first round matchup. Good luck in esports. Thank you very much, Pokechild. What is this tournament, sir? This is a 1 versus 1 tournament featuring 32 skillers in the game. It was open for all, free for all signups, and yeah, we battled it out in a single elimination style bracket, where people have been seated on each side of the bracket. So yeah, just 32 skillers head to head, and 1 versus 1. Thank you very much, Spooky, for wishing me best of luck on filling out this bracket. It should be easy, it should be fast, and we need to get it over with fast. So yeah, Tila in the first one. So Reball, cool that you're signing up, but yeah, the journey ends here, brother. And Spooky versus Fichu. Holy shit, man. And yeah, I know Samboke. Yeah, he's very good showing in the very most recent comp that he was in. So that'll definitely be interesting to follow him. And hopefully he will wear the Danish flag with pride. Of course. But Spooky versus this guy. Spooky versus Fichu. I don't know how much GP he paid. I don't know how much GP he paid. Maybe he can answer in the chat. Spooky XD to be matched up versus Fichu. How was Fichu gifted a 5th seed? Holy shit, talk to me about that. He was seeded higher than Pootsy. He was seeded higher than TNF. He was seeded higher than Saucy. Just to land a matchup versus Spooky. This is rigged, and no one is talking about it. Talk to me about that. So yeah, like Fichu is not logging in, and Spooky, yeah, is getting gifted a free win. That's the benefit of being good friends with Bailey, I guess. I don't know. Being a general of Solace, some favoritism here, but yeah, talk to me. And Blessed You versus Saucy here. Saucy, I don't think will play either. He will join Fiju. Not playing, and Blessed You has made some good comp appearances, so that won't be a challenge for him. And Skox versus TNF. I think I like Skox as well. Bit of a fleeting mindset, but I don't think TNF will play at all. Maybe he will play some, but you need to play more than some if you want to beat Skox. So we take Skox here. So we have Tila Spooky set up for the next round. We have Blessed Yakina, and that's this first quadrant of the west side, best side. And then we have Reses. We move on to the next quadrant here. We have the quarter, whatever you want to call it, the quarter of the bracket. Reses versus Pootsy. So far, 100% of people have taken Reses. There's been 55. I don't know if all 55 submitted the bracket predictions, but there's been around 50. Let's just say 50 bracket submissions, and 100% of those people have taken Reses to beat Pootsy. So should I be the first guy to take Pootsy over Reses and just bang on potentially having his internet disconnect or whatever? Because it is 6 hour, anything can happen. Anything is possible, so let's to say. Probably not. We're not gonna rely on that to happen. And Lavine versus Corrales. Another northern matchup here. Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like I saw that I was looking at the back on the other page where you could see like the percentage of people that have taken me over corals, and it's currently at 88% to 12. I don't think those odds are fair at all. Like, I think corals chance are much higher than what the 12% would indicate. And you have to remember this if you're unfamiliar with this. Like Bailey is completely Hitlerifying. He's Nazifying my rates completely and utterly. Like I've requested 115k, but he's bumped up my rate to 120k, and 115k is already pretty unfair for me, and he's still giving me 120k. So like I'm just gonna get cancer under unless I cook up something pretty incredible. Um. So yeah. I mean, I might just lose. I might just lose in the first round. But yeah, like I don't know what I can do at this point. So yeah, like the 88% to 12% is definitely unfair in my opinion. Carlos definitely has a shot, but he's pretty unknown in the context of competitions. He hasn't participated in many comps, even though he's been around in the community for a long time. So it will be interesting to see what he does. Like I was curious about what this guy had in store, regardless of like before I even knew that I was put up against him. So now we're actually going head to head with a guy who's pretty unknown. But yeah, we might have to up the volume of smoke. So like if we're gonna continue to get raped from every possible angle in this comp, because Billy is a bastard. Like he was literally saying, like here's the thing. He was saying that because I was saying that here's the math. The math says 119k, so I should get 115k to have a little leverage. Talk to me about that. And he goes, well, you could get a lucky streak of superiors, and you will get over 119k. Like that's some Bitcoin girl math he's pulling on me, and I'm not really falling for it. So, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'll just have to tank the rate that I'm given, and that probably means I might go out here, depending on what Carlos does, because he'll probably have an easier time to get over. We'll see. I have to go with myself, of course. I have to trust in myself. If you don't trust yourself, how can you expect other people to trust in you? You know what I'm saying? But enough about that matchup. Let's move on. Let's move on in this bracket. We have Chiri up against Viva. And Chiri and Viva, Viva and Corals are pretty good friends, and Viva asked Corals to sign up for the comp, so the two Finnish boys might be really supportive of each other, hyping each other up. Maybe they're both really motivated. But I don't know much about Viva and comps either, so I think I'm just gonna have to take Chiri here. But yeah, maybe there could be an upset waiting here. LeBron James and Virus, apparently they're also two friends. Virus is pretty favorable. Like LeBron has given Virus pretty favorable back chin scaling, so if he has good micro, he can actually perform really well. He also has 125k Slayer rate, but I mean that just depends on the task that he's doing. So I mean, I think LeBron is, I think he's one of the stronger players in this comp. So I think it's gonna be over for Virus in the first round, which is unfortunate, because he's been in very good shape recently. Always at the top of the Solace months, top 5 in a lot of the month comps that's been running. So he's entering in good shape, but very tough matchup in the first round. Very, very, very tough. So yeah, that concludes the second quarter on the west side, and we'll move to the east side in game, of course. And Kayemi over AK-47 versus AK-47. I think Kayemi is probably the weakest first seed out of all the 4 first seeds. But I don't think AK-47 is very good. I really don't think so. So we're gonna take Kayemi here. And then we have the Bella Record Alternative. Yeah, whatever it is. And we have Govjan. 2 Finlandians as well. Matched up. The most represented country out of all countries in the entire world. And one person has to make it through. Of course. And I don't know much about Bella, to be honest. And I think Govjan will do very, very well in this competition. I can see Govjan going very, very, very far. Like, he's representing SKSC, and SKSC has a lot of people in this competition, which is good to see. They have far more than Hexes. Hexes has 0, a fat donut. and SKC has like 2, 3, 4, 5 people or something. And most of the SKC people, I think they're very intimidated by being matched up with a Solace person. I really think they do. But I think there's one exception to that, and I think it's Govjan. I think Govjan can go very, very deep. He's really good like that. He's actually really good. And I think he will look to make SKC proud. I think he wins this one. And I think he has a chance against Kemi, but we'll talk about that in a bit. And then we have Renard against Sonabe. Jonathan Bebe. Holy shit, man. Like it almost, like I don't know, man, it almost brings tears to my eyes, like talking about this, because you know they rigged the Spooky matchup. They gave him Fiju just because they want Spooky to do well in the comp. They want him to advance. But there's no love for Sanabe. There's no love for Sean Bay. Everything he's done for the whole community. He's loved by the people. Everyone wants to see him go deep. Everyone wants to see Sean Bay win this whole thing. Everyone wants to see him be rank 1 on the high scores. Everyone loves Sean Bay. He's what Lone Demon wishes he was. Lone Demon if he was good at the game. It's just so... Why do we give him this matchup? Like, what are we doing, boys? Like, we all love Sean Bay so much, but he's probably going out in this first round. He just probably is. And it's the first time in a long time that we've seen Sean Bay in a competition like this, where we really get to see his full skill on display, and it'll probably be all futile. It'll be for nothing. Kinda sucks, man. Not gonna lie. And I've seen a little bit of footage of Sean Bay. He was streaming in Discord yesterday. He was doing his first practice session. His very first practice session of Free Tick 4G. It's the first time in 7 years. In 7 years, ladies and gentlemen, that he has been mining Free Tick 4 granite. And I got to watch it firsthand. It was like a close practice. You need to be like a very reputable journalist to have access to the training grounds. And I'll tell you this, man. It was a bit like watching Biker Mice from Mars in 2001 on Cartoon Network. It was very, it was awesome, of course. But I don't know, man, it was also, yeah, a bit rough around the edges, I'm not gonna lie. So I think I'm gonna have to take Renard, man. But fuck, man, I want Sean Bay to win. I want Sean Bay to go deep, but they've given him a cancer matchup. They really have, man. They fucked him over completely, man. Fuck the generals who gave him this matchup. And it's just because the seedings are so unfair, man. If you play a little bit around with the seedings, he wouldn't have gone out like this, in my opinion, of course. Apparently, according to getting direct live intel from the live chat, according to Spooky RuneScape, Govjan has improved his 6 hour at Sepulchre just recently. Thank you for that update, Spooky, and it will just solidify my prediction of him winning in the first round. So thank you very much for that one, for the great insight. And then we move on to the next matchup. Also a very infamous talked about the matchup here, Zeke versus 07 Dive. Because apparently Zeke is completely missing in action. Nowhere to be found. He's not showed up in anywhere for the last 2-3 weeks. Basically, after the minute he signed up, he logged off, and now we can't find him. We don't know where he is. Hiding somewhere in Sweden, for sure. But it's an interesting matchup because most people think Zeke will just wipe the floor with 07 Dive, but I don't think so. I think I really wish this matchup went through and Zeke would actually show up. For it. But he won't, probably. But if he did show up for it, I think 07 Dive will win. I think 07 Dive is a better player than Zeke. I think Zeke is one of the most overrated players in this competition. He's so unreliable. he's good when when he's locked in, but the problem is he can't log in for very long, and that's a very bad quality to have in a competition like this. You need to be on top of your game, and I don't know why people can back such a volatile. Sorry. I don't know how people can back such a volatile player like Zeke here. I saw that currently, before I created this bracket, Zeke is sitting at 69% predicting him to win and 31% predicting Dive to win, and that's despite Zeke not even gonna. Despite the fact that he probably won't even show up for this matchup. So it just goes to show how ridiculous people's belief in Zeke is, and he's also seeded second. I would probably have seeded this guy 7th or 8th. I don't know what people are seeing in Zeke that they like. But 07 Dive is definitely, I would almost say 100% winning this round, because even if Zeke does show up, I don't think he's getting past Dive. I think Dive is more motivated. Dive is obviously not a fantastic player, but I think he has the facilities to take care of this Swedish Dani for sure. Then we have a question from the hashtag chat from Rest with the Silent Desk. What does the winner of the predictions get? Apparently they are giving out some GP to the winner or whatever. I don't know if they're crowdfunding or whatever the fuck they are. But they're giving out something. To begin with, there was going to be like a buy-in of 50 mil to have to make like a bracket, but because they wanted more prediction brackets to get going, they just made it free of charge, and they'll like crowdfund some bullshit. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know why people like Zeke so much. He's not that good, bro. He's really not that fucking good. Talk to me. But apparently we won't even. I really want to see this matchup happen, man, because I just think Dive will win, even if Zeke plays his heart out, man. But yeah, please come back, Zeke. And then we have Unreale. Yeah, we move to the last quadrant here. We have a chat comment from Spooky RuneScape saying that Zeke in his prime is pretty good. I don't think Zeke in his prime is good in like how can I say, absolute terms. I think he's good relatively to the draft position that he usually gets picked in. I think he usually you pick him late in the draft and you can squeeze out a lot of value from him. But I think he's extremely overrated. Extremely overrated. But I think the format is better for him. It's better that it's sub 48 hours, sub 2 days, than if it was like a whole week thing. Because in the second half of a week, he's completely absent. So the format is better for him, but I think he's not that good. I think he's really overrated. But yeah, we move on to the last quadrant here. We have Unreale going up against Bales. And a lot of people have Unreale making it to top 3, and a lot of people think that Bales is one of the weaker players. He definitely shouldn't have been seated last in this bracket, but yeah. We have another chat comment from the Australian Istra. Zeke has great micro, and if it's like a 30 outcome, that's legit the format made for him. Yeah, it's true that 30 hours is definitely better than it would be if he was put in a week, but I think he's very, very unstable. Very, very unstable. And to expect him to show up week after week, I really just can't see that. Like, Zeke is not that guy. Like, he will show up once and then he will be absent for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. He's almost like this Australian guy called Istra also. But I think Istra is way more stable, so if we'd seen someone like him in this comp, I would have put a lot of stock in him to go pretty deep. But yeah, returning to the Unreale versus Bale C matchup, I think, yeah, Bale shouldn't have been seeded last year in this bracket. I think that's a bit unfair for him. But against Unreale, many people have him making it into the finals potentially, or maybe even winning the whole thing. So obviously it's a rough matchup for the UK guy here. And I think I'm just gonna have to back the Swede here. I think it's pretty straightforward. Can't really see Bales doing much. He's never performed in a comp before, and now you're putting him against a very motivated guy. Quick trial. And then we move on to two other players who also completely unfairly seated here. Surge seated 4 in this quadrant, and EHP Dumbfounded seated 5 in this pot with Unreal and Bales, giving him the most easy way forward you can possibly ask for Unreal here. Yeah, these Bales, Surge, and EHP are the 3 worst players of this quadrant, and they're all put in the same pot as Unreal. Completely ridiculous. I think Unreal probably paid a lot of money to his staff, a lot of money in Bailey's pockets to have that lineup. And Surge and EHP, Waspy, and Dumbfounded, they are doing a 6 hour of Otter and Rooftops. And that's obviously completely random. Most people are going with Waspy, and I will have to agree here. I'm also going to have to back Waspy, just because I think it's easier for Waspy to sit in the chair for 6 hours than it is for Alex. So for that reason, you just have to give it to Waspy. But both two very unserious players, and yeah, well, Waspy just gets a free ride, just like he has in a lot of the other comps that he signed up for. Like, he will just ride the bench in the entirety of fantasy, not show up to any matchups, and now he just gets gifted for free. It's completely unserious, and yeah, we're just gonna take Roby here and move on. Then we have Carvo and Despo, and Carvo Despo is actually on the way right in this very minute. They are 16 minutes into this into the 6 hour, so I don't even know if I'm allowed to submit this bracket since it's already started. But hey, we're obviously gonna take Carvo here because apparently Despo. Let's have a look. Let's see if he's online. Ooh, he's not online. He is not online. Despo is still offline. Holy shit, man. Yeah, Carvo is just winning, even if Despo was playing. Well, I think if Despo was playing, since he's doing a Slayer 6 hour, depending on RNG, he could just have taken out Carvo outright. But yeah, since he's not playing, then it's obviously gonna go to Carvo. Yeah. So congrats to Carvo on winning that one potentially. And what am I doing? Then we move on to the final matchup. And in the first round, of course, in the round of 32, in the Thirsty 32, which is the name of the first round of Solace Madness, we have Sambogakya versus TE. And this should be pretty easy for Sambogakya, I would say. I don't know if it should be easy. But I think the fact that Sambogakya Matthias is probably one of the best players in the best shape right now in this entire competition. So I think things are looking really good for him here. And T has also gotten Hitler scale to 130k Slayer XP per hour, man. And it was at his own request apparently as well. He requested to be scaled to 130k Slayer. But that rate is so Hitler, man. So fucking Hitler in game, of course. But maybe I wonder why he's so confident giving himself that high of a rate. Maybe he just according to Matthias, he has 17k points in the tank, and I guess it just depends on if he intends on just unloading a bunch of points for this one. But hopefully not to a ridiculous degree. But yeah, regardless, 130k, very extremely Hitler rate. And Sambogakya is one of the strongest players in this entire competition. Gonna have to back my Danish boy to represent the Danish flag. One of 2 players to do that in this comp. Talk to me. But yeah, that concludes the first round of Thirsty 32, and then we will move on to the second round. Sweaty 16. Holy shit, man. We start off in the top left half. And Tila versus Spooky. Spooky obviously gifted in the first round, and now he will have a big test for him here. Big tester, McTester here. Holy shit, man. I don't know if Spooky can do this, to be honest. I really don't think Spooky will end the journey for Tila. I don't think so. I think Spooky has some pretty lukewarm performances. Like he's good. He's good for like 100 when you need him to in a whole week comp, and you need him to step up to the plate to just squeeze in some value. But in this extreme one versus one format, I think you need to produce at a higher quality, and Spooky can't do that. We'll see. Maybe he can get a favorable matchup. I don't know, but I don't know if he can really win in any matchup here. Maybe 6-hour with some Anji, but yeah, you're just going out here, Spooky. It is what it is. You're just not good enough. You are not good enough, my friend. And then we have Blessed versus Skux. I think Blessed definitely has chances here. Blessed is a pretty good comp performer. Really good comp performer, and Skux' mental is all over the place. Skux is, in case you didn't know, he's making a new account every week, and he just recently broke up with his girlfriend, and I think that's affecting his mental. You can definitely tell when you talk to him on Discord that it's not going too well for him, and I think Blessed can maybe capitalize off of that, off of the weak mental state of Skux. So, um, I don't know, man. It really depends on what version of Skux we get here. I think Skux has a lot to prove because people have given him so much shit over the theming week. People won't shut up about it. Like someone was even in my DMs a couple hours ago just talking to me about how ridiculous Skux' theming week is, how bad it is, how ridiculous it is that he does it. Like people are talking more about that theming week than any other week that I've ever heard. Um, and we have another great chatter input from Istra. I don't think Skux has ever dropped a 1-1 6 outside of the first 6-hour in a comp. Ooh, that's a very interesting observation, Istra. I did not know that. I will say I'm not someone who studies a lot of update tables, to be honest. So, but that's certainly interesting. So he can sit he can sit in the chair for the first 6 hours, and then he just sort of fades away apparently. And yeah, okay, that's definitely interesting. I mean, Bless You is not the best player in this competition, but I think he has chances. It's solid. It's a very solid foundation, and Skux is a little bit over the place. I am gonna take Skux though. Because he has a lot to fight for, and it sets up the next round nicely. Tila versus Skux. Like if Skux was to win that one, that would just be ridiculous, man. Holy shit, man. That would be like that would redeem his entire skilling career, if you ask me. Of course, the whole perception of Skux would change if he was to win that round. So he has to win. Like Skux has to win. So therefore he will win. Of course, of course. And moving down to the bottom side of the western bracket here, we have Rest with the Sun. This up against me, of course, of course. And I think I'll win this matchup. I really think I will. In case you didn't know, we're looking to do a mining 6-hour if we are to face off each other in this round. And I think I can beat Wesley in a mining 6-hour. I think I can. I think I have the facilities. I think I can log in. And I think I'm gonna be willing to put in the hours necessary in practice to make it happen. And therefore I'm gonna have to back myself here. And I think I will eliminate the first seed. I think I will eliminate the player who most people have to win this entire thing. I think it will be goodbye to Res with the Silenders. And yeah, I am gonna have to do that. What I will say about this though is, Angie will decide. I don't know about that, Res, because I think my cortisol will spike a little bit during this. I think my cortisol levels will be very, very high. I think the blood pressure will increase as well. And there's a lot at stake, right? Every click is like... Every click matters, if you know what I'm saying. And I think it'll be a very nervous matchup. The whole competition is on the line. It could fail, but you could be eliminated with the next click that you perform. So I think personally speaking, I will be very nervous. Maybe you won't be as nervous as I will, but I think it just depends on who wants it more then. But yeah, Then we have another, we have some more chat comments here. We have one from Spooky RuneScape. We will do a ring check, of course, in game and out of game. Of course, my horse. We will be inspecting a lot of rings. But you don't need to worry too much about that, Spooky, because for this particular matchup, we will both be streaming it and possibly both live on Twitch's television as well. So there will be no cheating. It will be one of the most legitimate matchups that you've ever come across in your entire life. So that would be amazing. And yeah, because I suspect that like a lot of people that have free tick 4G scaling, and I think a lot of these bastards will put a lot of dust in the rings, a little squeezer, a little Mac juicer, if you know what I mean. And luckily, neither me or Res will be doing that, so it'll be a very legitimate and fair matchup in game, of course. But I think I will beat Res here. But I will say this though, I think people have this combination, like almost everyone that have made a bracket prediction, they have me beating Coles, and then they have Res beating me. They have that combination. But I think more people should take Coles to beat me, and I think more people should take me to beat Res. Like either of those two, but people are so fucking vanilla. Like, what is it of? Is it a starfish of sorts? What are we doing, guys? It's the most boring, it's the most lukewarm thing you can do. How are you separating your bracket from other people if you're just taking the most boring combination of me beating Corals and Res is beating me? Like, how fucking boring are you, bro? We need to fucking get interesting here, man. Talk to me. I think it's ridiculous everyone has this combination, because it's absolutely valid to take Corals over me. It is absolutely valid to take me over Res. It really just is. It really just is, in my opinion. But yeah, talk to me about that for sure. For sure. That's just my 3 cents here on the ground. But if I happen to be wrong, I can take it down, of course. I can definitely take it down. I don't know if I will, but it's possible. But yeah, I see myself winning this matchup. I don't think I'm one of the most motivated players going into this competition, but maybe my motivation for this will increase as the competition progresses. But I'm really excited for the comp, like to follow the comp. I don't necessarily want to win the whole thing, and if you don't have that killer instinct, it's really rough. But I think we're just gonna take it one matchup at a time, and we'll see if we can get past the first round, and then we'll obviously practice a lot for the second round, and maybe eventually we can smell the gold medal, you know, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, my motivation is not that high since I'm just coming off the Slayer month recently, and I gave it my all for that one. So, but I think I'll get past Res's. I think I will. I think I have the facilities for that. I think I'm in decent shape, and yeah, I think I can lock in, and I'm down to do the hours that is required of me ahead of my matchup. And I'll definitely be mining to a higher standard than what I saw from Jonathan Bebe, even though I also haven't touched a pickaxe in a long time. But sorry, there was more chat messages that I have missed. We have from Istra again, the Australian boy. How in the world are you not 200 million in mining? I swear you've done it in every single competition. I am 200 million mining Istra, but I'm going to be playing on an alternative account just because I don't have so many skills available at my disposal on the main account. So we are going to be playing all the accounts for some of the matchups, potentially, depending on how many matchups we get, of course. And the cortisol might differ me as well, according to Unreale versus Wobby. So yeah, Unreale says that he will be nervous playing Wobby. And it makes sense that you would be nervous against Wobby because you have everything to lose in that matchup and he has everything to win. So I understand that you would be nervous. It's sort of, I think that's why maybe Res will be nervous as well, because everyone is backing him and he might just bomb out to a bomb like me in the second round. So we'll definitely definitely take a look at that. And according to Res with the S, it's not that ridiculous that people are taking him over me, because people have seen me do Blast Furnace and they don't think my Blast Furnace abilities are up to a sufficient level where it will edge me past Wesley. But here's the thing, bro. Here is the thing. We're not doing a Blast Furnace head-to-head, you know? I do believe that you have me beat in a Blast Furnace 6-hour, but I'm not so sure on the mining 6-hour, bro. Talk to me about that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see when that matchups when that matchup arrives. If it does, let's move on to the last matchup here, which is Chiri versus LeBron James. And yeah, Chiri is the only player to step up to the plate from Wampus Court. Pretty unfortunate that no one else wanted to. Like, where are you, Halcyon Seed? Where are you, Turnded? Where are you, Ukington Toilingtism? Where are you, Mr. Lajid? Where are you guys? We need you. Talk to me. Where are you, Azula? AC Hula? So yeah, Chiri is the only one representing that Discord, and a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I think what LeBron James is doing right now is really fucking good, man. It's really fucking good, and it really depends on what Chiri has lined up, because I think Chiri is a little bit of a one-trick pony. I don't know if she's strong in that many skills. She's really good woodcutting micro apparently for one day, but does it really translate to much else? I feel like the tools in her arsenal aren't to the best ability. I'm gonna back LeBron James. I think LeBron James is a threat to be reckoned with here. Of course. LeBron James is just really fucking good, man. He's really fucking good. He's really fucking good. Ooh. I just opened the screenshot from the hashtag chat and it's on Reale. Holy shit, he just made a very bold prediction of predicting himself to win the entire thing and lose and beating me in the finals, with Spooky finishing third. Very interesting bracket prediction there from Unreale. We'll see if we can make that happen. That'll be a banger to have the Northern matchup there in the finals. But hey, yeah, I think LeBron James in the final. And then we have Istra with another chat comment. If you can do woodcutting, you can just do anything. I don't like this reductionist take here, Istra. Like, I think if you've done one good woodcutting day at one random point, I don't think it necessarily means that you can like perform at a high level continuously week after week. Like, people go in and out of shape. Like, I really don't think so. I've seen a lot of people that are good at like Sepulchre, but they're not necessarily good at Granite, or they're good at Granite, but not necessarily Sepulchre. I don't think necessarily it translates. I need to see more from Chiri. I think there is potential, but I think LeBron James is really fucking strong right now. He is really fucking strong. What has LeBron Bongbong shown that he has good micro? I think LeBron James, I think he carried his team back in fantasy. He was the pillar of that team. He stepped up when everyone else was failing. When everyone else underperformed, underdelivered, overpromised. LeBron James, he was the solid rock. And Chiri was actually letting down that team. And LeBron James was stepping up in her absence. Talk to me about that. I think LeBron James is absolutely fantastic. I think he'll go very, very deep. Very, very deep. And it's also one of the hottest countries right now, if you think about it. Like Canada. Canada is probably the second best country in the entire world. Next to Finland. If you think about it currently. Like, at least in this competition. Maybe if you extend it to outside this competition, talk to me. Like, I think this is... yeah, I think this is good. I think this is good from LeBron James. I think he wins this one. Let's continue to the east side of the bracket. The eastern side of the bracket. We'll start in the top half. 1 second. Just have to respond to DM. One sec. We will move to the top right side. And the first matchup is Kiyemi versus Scorpion, the number 1 seed, versus the 5th seed. And like I said earlier on this one, I said that Kayemi is probably the weakest first seed over all of the 4 first seeds, and I think he will pay the price here. I think he will fall here. The first seed will fall short here in this round, just like Riz will on the other bracket. But Govjin is just incredibly good right now. I think he's really fucking good, and I like that he's from SKSC. Everyone in SKSC is ripping for this guy. They want him to do well, and I think he will. I like Govjin. I really like Govjin. And Kayemi, I think he's too soft in my opinion. Way too soft. Like you need killer instinct. I would rather have you be a little bit retarded, and mentally unwell and whatever. But you can't have his softness in my opinion. And then we have Renar and 07 Dive. Dive will obviously get past Zeke, because Zeke is either absent or he's just not gonna show up in the condition that is required. But Dive is I would say that Dive is the worst player that's left in the competition at this point. Outside Surge maybe. Outside Surge maybe that would be a coin flip between those two. But therefore it will be pretty easy for Renar. And again, another Canadian to make it through. Let's see if there's anything worth reading from the chat. We have 2 Danes and 2 Swedes, but no Norwegians. Talk to me. Yeah, that's actually interesting. Like, if you like Norway that much, can you name 1 Norwegian player? I know for a fact I can't. I don't know a single Norwegian player. Outside L2 in the most recent comp, he did pretty fucking well. He did pretty fucking well in Solace Valentine's, I think. And he's from Norway. But that's 1 Norwegian player, and he showed up for 1 competition. Like, what else do they have? Do they have Guard Tormentor? Like, what do they have? Talk to me. They have Oslo. That's true. That's true, they do have Oslo. Or they had Oslo, rather. He's not around, so... But yeah, Oslo was pretty good when Oslo was at his best. He was pretty good. He was pretty good. Probably one of the best out of Norway. They don't produce as much talent as Sweden does, but and half the talent is Finland. But hey, yeah, like I think it was this top right half of the bracket was pretty easy to predict. Pretty damn fucking easy to predict. Govjin past Kemi and Renar past Dive. Very very good. They move down to the bottom half and we get a freebie as well, because Wasby is not a serious player. He's a bastard. Very easy for the Swedish fish. We'll give him a quick trial. So, as boring as this matchup is, this Unreale Surge matchup, like Unreale will have 2 boring matchups to start off the competition with. 2 fucking boring matchups. To start off the competition with. But this bottom here makes up for it. It compensates for the fact that the Unreale has played 2 very boring games. We get Carvo versus Sampogakia. Holy shit, man. It's the flawless replacement. And he's getting a freebie in the first round, probably. And Carvo is a good player. He's a really fucking good player. It's tried and tested. We've seen him perform. It's very fucking good. He's been in a lot of 48-hour comps. Also underperformed in some of them. It's a bit shaky at times. But a very, very good player. Very, very good player, Carvo here. And Sampogakia, I think he's in very good shape. He's not as battle scarred as Carvo is, but he's pretty damn fucking good. We saw that in the most recent 48 hour. He didn't have anything to play for, and he still popped off with a 48. He had nothing to play for. He didn't really care about winning the whole thing. He just wanted to perform, show what he's capable of. So this is a fucking banger, man. This is worthy of like a semifinals matchup type beat. Like very, very good matchup. So I'm looking forward to this matchup. We will see what format they play each other in, because I think they're both strong in the same formats. Like they can both do 30s and 40s and 48s, and so I wonder what they will show down in here. But I'm obviously gonna have to back my Danish boy. I'm gonna have to back Sampogakia. Like, I think he's just really good right now. I think he's really good. I think he will take care of Carvo here. It's not a guarantee, it's not a lock, but I just like Sombogakia right now. He's really fucking good, man. And Carbo is a wild card. He did replace Flora, so does that say something about his motivation? I don't know. I don't think it necessarily does, because I think Carvo is motivated. I think Carvo will want to do well, but I think this is too much for him. So we're gonna back our Danish boy here to set up another Scandinavian matchup there. And we have Bailey, the host of the competition, in the hashtag chat. According to him, I am copying his bracket. No, brother, you will see a lot of variation from yours. I haven't seen your bracket though, but I think you have me in the final, right? If I'm wrong, I can take it down. Maybe you just had me or Res. Maybe that's what you had. And I think that's a very good pick. It's a high IQ pick. Very high IQ pick. But I don't know if it's very high of IQ of you to take me over Corals, while also simultaneously absolutely Hitler scaling my rates. Holy shit, brother. What is we doing? What the fuck is we doing? But yeah, so here we have it. The quarterfinals. We have Tila up against Skox. We have Levine versus LeBron James. We have Govjin versus Renard. And we have Henri Ale versus Sambogakia. Holy shit, my brother, man. Are these the 8 best players of the comp? I think it is the 8 best players. I think it is. So it's some very good matchups here, I think. Very, very good matchups. Whoa, look at this top 8. Yep, boy. Okay, here's the thing, Bailey. Like I was just saying earlier when talking about my matchup, you can't like I'm telling you, the average rate is 119k, right? And then you go on about, oh, if you get a lucky streak of superiors, then it will exceed 119k. Yeah, brother, but what if I don't? What if I don't, brother, man? Like that's why we have the average rate over time, over a large sample size, 119k, and then I should get 115k to have a little bit of leverage, right? A little bit of leverage. Talk to me about this. The 115k rate is absolutely fair. 100% fair. It's actually a bit unfair. I'm sorry I said it fair, because it's unfair for me. But yeah, talk to me about that. But it is crazy that you Nazi-fy my rate, and then you still predict me to win the matchup. Like, how am I supposed to win if I can only post 5.76 hours? Talk to me about that. But we're gonna move on, because so far we've yapped for like 50 minutes about this bracket, and we only reached the quarterfinals. So we have Tila going up against Skox. A lot of people have Tila winning the whole thing, and not many people believe in Skox. But I think Skox, I think he might win here, to be honest. I think obviously mathematically you're gonna have to take Tila. Like the chances that Tila will win outweigh the chances of the Skox winning, but I just think that so many people are backing Tila, it's kind of boring, and Skox, like, if Skox wants to redeem himself in the high-level skilling community, he will need to win this matchup. If he doesn't win this matchup, people are gonna continue to pile on him, continue to bully him for his disgusting theming week, and I'm actually pretty impressed by his theming week. I'm not like everyone else, I don't give him shit over his theming week. But everyone is gonna continue to wreck him over that. Like, there's no recovery. There's no redemption for Skox if he doesn't win this matchup. And people will continue to bully him. So I'm gonna have to back Skox here, for the simple reason that if he doesn't win, it's over for his RuneScape career. He will just be retired to making a new RuneScape account every week if he doesn't win this one. So yeah, it's a Skox win. It's Skox in the semifinals. And one more victory in either the semifinals or on the bronze decider, and Skox will be badged. Holy shit, man. That'll be fire to see him with the beautiful NBA badge. But yeah, first he needs to win one of the next 2 matches that he has lined up in front of him. And now we will talk about who he will be playing in the semifinals. Will it be Levine or will it be LeBron James? I think I'm gonna take LeBron James here. I think it depends on the matchup that I'm given. The thing is, I'm not looking at this. I'm not looking at this matchup in isolation, because I think I can win this matchup in isolation. But I just don't see myself when I'm looking at it now. I don't see myself being in the semifinals right now. I don't think I have the facilities. I don't think I have the motivation for it to really drive it, to really squeeze the amount of squeeze that is required to make it all the way. Um, in isolation, I think I'm winning this matchup. I think I'm winning every matchup in isolation. But looking at it holistically, at the grand big picture, I think I'm not gonna be a semi-finalist. I think I'm not. And if I'm wrong, I will obviously take it down. But I don't know, man. I just think LeBron James is really fucking strong right now. I think he's one of the best players in this comp. He really is, and he's from Canada. I love Canadians. Like, not as I don't love LeBron James as much as I love Jonathan Bebe, of course, because everyone loves Sean Bebe. But I'm gonna have to back LeBron James here. I'm gonna have to do it. And if I win it, obviously that's great. That's what I want to happen, of course. Um, but yeah, we're gonna say welcome to the semifinals, LeBron James. And then we move on to the east side of the bracket, Govjin versus Renard. But I don't think a lot of people have these two facing off here, but I think they're both in great shape, and I really like both of these players. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Renard's ability to go far, and a lot of people are not considering Govjin as an option either. And I think both are very potent players right now. I think both are in great shape, and I think this is a coin flip, honestly. Again, it depends on the matchup. It's really hard to. I think this is probably the hardest to pick for me out of all matchups so far. Govjin or Renard here. I really can't make up my mind on this one. It might just have to be a coin flip, but yeah. What do we do? Do we take the lower seed? I don't know. Finland or Canada? Will we have two Canadians in the semis? I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to back the SKC guy. If he has gotten past Kayemi, and then I think he will edge past this matchup as well. Yeah, we're gonna take Govjin here as the only Finlandian to make it to the semis. Very good player. And then we have the northern matchup, the Scandinavian matchup of Unreale up against Sambugakia. And out of the 8 quarterfinalists that I have left here, Unreale is definitely the one that most people have taken to do well. Obviously, many people have Res and Tila, but I have both of those losing, and I have Res losing in the previous round. So Unreale is the hot name here that's left on my list. But I think Matthias is just the best player right now. So I'm gonna have to take him. I'm gonna have to take the Danish guy. Like, Denmark is just stronger than Sweden right now, and I think Unreale, he's a bit all over the place, and he's making bad decisions. Like the decision to nuke all of his mining XP just right before this comp is about to start. That's not very clever of you, bro. It really just isn't. And I think you'll pay the price for it here. Like you're young, and I think you will learn from your mistakes. I think next year you will come back stronger. Next year in Solace Madness 2027, I think you will come back very strong on Reale, because you won't be making the mistakes that you did here. You won't just nuke one of your best skills just right before this comp is about to take off. So yeah, Sabugakia, he will beat Unreale. It does depend a little bit on the matchup, of course. But yeah, Sabugakia, he will be in the semifinals versus Govjin. So there we have it. We have Skux, number 2 seed, versus LeBron James, the number 2 seed of his side of the bracket. And then we have Govjin, the number 5 seed, also being in the semifinals, matched up against Sabugakia in the other semifinals. So yeah, four very strong players. All 4 players are very worthy of being in the semifinals. And Skux or LeBron James, I'm gonna have to say that Skux' journey ends here. It's not he's not stable enough, and he's not strong enough to get past LeBron. I think LeBron is just too good here, and I think Skux will put everything on the table against Tila. For him, that's gonna be like winning the whole thing. Yeah, he beat one of his best friends, and he beat someone that no one expected him to beat, and he has redeemed himself. So this is like a letdown spot. no one really like people will just default to saying that then he will go past LeBron James. But when you've just upset a huge player like Tila like that, you are due for a loss in the next round. So yeah, goodbye to Skux. Well played, nice try, and you got what you came for, but it's not good enough. So we have LeBron James making it to the grand finals, and then we in the other side of the bracket we have Govjin and some Pogacar. While I do think that Govjin is good, but I don't think he is Sambugakia tier of good. So his journey will also come to an end here. The real test for Sambugakia will not be this semifinal matchup, I don't think. I think it will be the matchup against Unreal that he needs to win. If he wins that one, it does set him up for an easier matchup in the subsequent round. So, yeah, Sambugakia will have an easier time getting past Govjin than he will have against Unreal. So we're obviously taking our Danish boy here to make it to the grand finals, and that leaves us with these two matchups here, Skux Govjin and LeBron James Sambugakia for the 3 available batches. And the bronze decider matchup against with the Skux and Govjin, I think it's anybody's game at this point. It's been a long season, people are tired, but you are playing for a badge still. And looking at it from that perspective, you could say that the bronze decider is actually more important than the grand finals, because the 2 people that have made it to the grand finals, they are already badged, and they will just be fighting for which color they want. So there's more to play for if you look at it from the badge perspective, and people love badges these days. There's more to play for in this bronze decider between Skux and Govjin than there is for LeBron James and Sambugakia. So it just depends on the motivation. After the long season, you've just been eliminated, both for coming off a loss in the semifinals. How motivated are you? Can you set yourself up? And I think Skux is probably a burnout. I think he's more burnout, and Govjin has been representing this KSC the whole entire way. He's been backed by everyone, and yeah, I think Govjin will win for this reason, and he will take the 3rd place of the competition. And that leaves us with the final matchup, the grand finals between LeBron James out of Canada and Sambugakia out of Denmark. Very, very good matchup, 2 potent players. I think both are very capable. It could also go either way. It's really hard to call this one. But obviously, since I'm Danish, I'm going to predict the Danish guy to win. But I think it can be close, and I think it also will depend on the format and stuff. And also, of course, motivation and whatnot have you. But yeah, you're obviously going to be extremely motivated if you made it all the way to the finals. You want to give it whatever you have left in the tank at this point to secure the win and be the grand finalist of this very important 1-versus-1 competition. To have that to your name, to be a competition winner, like a Solace Madness winner, like I think that's one of the most important comps that you can win. Like, of course, maybe you would rather want to be a fantasy winner or maybe a Terry Team Comp winner, but this says a lot about your individual prowess. So I think Sambugakia will win the whole thing, and Denmark will be on top again. Finally, Denmark back on the land map. Talk to me about that. So yeah, guys, that's my predictions. Talk to me. What do we think? Is it gonna be 1-1 correct, or am I gonna be wrong about something? And winners total HP gain. Yeah, that's a coin flip. That would depend on the format, of course. But I don't think it will come down to a tiebreaker. But we're just gonna put 40, of course. Oh, it's across all games. Oh, I guess we actually know the length of the first one. He will do 30 here, and Kawo Sambugakia, they will at least play 30 here, I think. I think they'll ban 6 and 20, so 30, 30, a little bit over, let's say 64. On Reale, probably short. Maybe this is going to be a 20. There'll be 84. Govjin and Sambugakia, they'll play 30 at least. 114. And this will be, we'll say 140. 141, that's a very good number. I like 141. Yeah. That's the conclusion of the predictions. And, hey.